hanging out at the House of Blues in San Diego for the San Diego Comic-Con, just listening to some Backstreet Boys as we hang out with Jordan Gavaris, you know him as Felix, from Orphan Black. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm so happy to meet you. You're one of my favorite characters on the show, and you're probably the only guy that is unanimously not hated by anybody in the Clone Club.
Which is so funny because I think the reception to him initially was a little bit like, "Whoa, my God, this guy is so weird." But then about 3 or 4 episodes in, everybody couldn't. He's just too funny and sweet. How can you not love him?
I initially thought in the early episodes with the character, I thought that he was like a leech, like a hanger-on kind of thing. But it really is like he has his own world, and he's not looking for anybody or a handout or anything.
No, if anything, everybody's hanging on to him.
Right. That's what I was going to say. He wants everyone to leave him alone.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe you need to move.
Maybe I need to get a lock on my door. Maybe I need to stop locking it with a screwdriver.
Right. Well, everybody knows you're there, so you need to find a different loft and just not tell them.
It's true. I feel like we could probably use an upgrade. Maybe he can consolidate, sell some of his furniture, and put it toward a really nice, like much smaller loft somewhere with a locking door, and nobody knows his address.
How long did you have to practice for the cadence, for the dialogue, to do Felix?
It was about 3 weeks of prep, and it wasn't every day. I would just listen. I listened to a lot of videos online. I drew inspiration from Lily Allen. She has a South Londoner's syntax, and just her sense of humor too is a bit cheeky. And Felix is cheeky, so it's not just about adopting the accent, but it's also about adopting the culture. And the Brits have a very interesting sense of humor. It's very different than Americans. And if you were to write a cultural British humor and speak it with an American accent, it probably wouldn't be very funny. Right. Because it's so much about its delivery as well.
Well, he also can say more by stretching a vowel than actually getting his point across. He'll just sit there and go, yeah. And then everyone's just looking at him like, all right, he's pissed at us.
Yeah, exactly.
I got to admit, I was a little surprised when you walked in here. The luster of the show and what have you, you're thinking that, all right, he's going to look like his character, and you look nothing like your character. Well, you're you, but you don't look as exactly like Felix. Does that throw off a lot of the fans when they actually get a chance to meet you?
I think sometimes it does. I get a bit of a confused reaction from people, but it's great for me because I live in LA and I live in total anonymity. I've maybe been picked out of a crowd twice, and it's a little different at Comic-Con because people are here for the show and they're looking for us, so they're a little more apt to point us out or stop us on the street. But that doesn't happen to me in real life. Outside of the con, that doesn't happen to me very often.
That's not really a curse. You could walk through. I mean, especially with the shirt you're wearing, you look like one of the sons from Home Improvement. So they're like, oh, that's just him.
I have been mistaken for Jonathan Taylor Thomas many times.
Season 3 just wrapped up. Season 4 was announced in the middle of this season. I've been talking to everybody about this. Very un-BBC-like to do that. They like to end a show, let it stretch out, and you don't know if it's coming back. You don't know if everybody's coming back on the show. And they said, nope, right in the middle. It's coming back 2016. DVD's out in August. What were your reactions I think they said by episode 4 you guys found out?
Oh, I thought it was great. I had a feeling we were going to be renewed because the show is, in the first couple of seasons, it's always touch or go, but by the third season, when you start to, the whole ratings system, Nielsen, is dead. I don't know if anybody's noticed that. They're just not willing to admit it yet. Nobody watches television live anymore, and our DVR numbers are through the roof.
Well, I do DVR season 3, and look, it's already ruined for me because I'm here at Comic-Con, and I'm only a few episodes shy of finishing season 3. So now I'm just going to go home like, all right, I kind of got the gist of everything. But people still do DVR it because they want the current stuff.
Exactly. They do DVR, and they watch within the 3-day period, which does help the network. So I think, again, by season 3, we kind of figure, it's going, and the train's still moving. Clone Club is still growing. So I think that I was really excited to know that I still had a job and that I got another crack at, more than that though, that I got another crack at developing this character and deepening him in a way that I haven't yet figured out, in exploring another side of him that I haven't yet explored. And I think that I'm very glad that they announced it, mid-season instead of giving us all panic attacks in July.
Well, I'm running out of time with you, but I've been asking everybody this. Merchandising for the show has actually grown. Where's the Felix figure?
Felix figure should be released like now. I know there's a Funko one, and I know he's nude. He's just in a painter's apron, and his little bum is exposed. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Do you have one yet?
I don't.
You don't?
I plan on giving one to... I don't know. I can't. I don't own any merchandise of myself.
Especially that figure, you need to get as many of them as you can and give it to your entire family and friends for Christmas.
I'll stuff it in a stocking. It's small enough.
Make your mom so proud.
That or deeply ashamed. Yeah.
Ashamed, but it's still going to be up on the mantle as she brags to all her friends.
That's very true.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Season 4 in 2016, DVD in August. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.